Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lightnox, and you're watching a video of my Pally character soloing the heroic version of the Culling of Stratholme. Now, for the sake of all that's good, I'm not going to show you the trash because it's boring as hell, especially considering that I've used Seal of Light and not Seal of Vengeance. So, there you go. We're starting off with Meathook, who starts off as an easy boss, but he gets a progressive stacking buff, which increases his damage, and I can tell you, it increases his damage as hell. By the time this fight was over, I was desperately using my cooldowns, my defensive and offensive cooldowns. I knew that I should get him dead really fast because he was hitting me like a truck in the late stages of the fight. And I can say with my whole heart that this is pretty much the hardest boss in the whole dungeon to solo, and if you've done this, then you're likely not going to have any problems at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it about this. He pretty much auto attacks you, and you can see that I've used Leon Hand in there, and it was really necessary at how things are looking. But there we go, there we go. He's almost there, and he should die like right about now. Anyway, now the next guy we have in here is named the undead guy whose name I forgot. Now, the undead guy whose name I forgot here is quite a tricky boss. Unfortunately, because of my incredible stupidity, I forgot to record the whole fight, and by the time I remembered, I actually had to press a key to start recording. He was down at around 10% HP, so there you go. It's only a fragment of the fight. Well, what I can tell you about this boss is that he's really, really easy up to the point he does some sort of curse and he like reduces your HP to health. But other than that, he's really easy. Now, I promise not to show you videos of trash, but come on, it's just too funny to see 50 goals simply dying of walking in my consecration. Such a beautiful sight, really. You'd have to be dumb to miss this. How can you not like 50 slaughtered goals? So beautiful. The power of the holy light. Small nerd moment there. Whatever. Now, this next boss here is really annoying, and I'm getting headaches just by looking and remembering this incredibly annoying fight. And I know I'm repeating the word annoying because so it is. So you see, the thing is that right before this soloing run, I changed my talent specialization and went for only 1 point in uh, divine attunement or whatever that thing. So basically, the mana I was gaining was half of the amount I was used to gain. And this guy put a curse on me that pretty much doubled the mana cost of all my abilities. So it took so freaking long because once I figured this out, I just stopped attacking from 20 to 20 seconds. And that was just plain annoying. Plus, he was also cleaving Arthas, and I had to watch over his health because, he's apparently too weak to deal with this thing himself. I mean, come on. He's become the Lich King, and you're telling me he can't deal with something that I can do or whatever. I'm not going to comment on any more of Blizzard's mistakes. But let's just say that this time consuming boss wasn't the favorite of this instance. I know you're not thinking this if you haven't soloed him because you pretty much just smash buttons because you won't have problems with mana in a group, but as the fight goes long enough, like when you solo things, you'll actually have fight stuff and problems with mana. And this was the case here. So I just had to stop attacking from one time to another, avoid losing my mana. And this was hell, and time consuming as hell. So really, that wasn't cool. But highlight the power of the divine player. Now is the time for the final boss of this dungeon. Hell yeah. And what I can say, despite of the exciting introduction, he is the easiest boss in this whole dungeon. Or as far as I can tell anyway, because he won't put you to sleep since you're the only group member, so you don't have to worry about that. The only special ability you actually have to worry about is the swarm, which you cannot escape because you'll always be in his frontal cone, so he'll do that to you. And he'll place a dot, which you can't get rid of, but you can easily bypass that. Even just healing with judgment is enough. And his auto attacks are rather weak, same for his abilities. So despite this fight, this was actually quite time consuming. It was even more time consuming than the previous boss fight, but I'm not really sure why. Probably because of his high health pool. But then again, it was easy. There was nothing special in this fight, and you can see I just pretty much stand in one place and mash my buttons because I'm a paladin and mashing buttons is all I have to do. Yeah. Now you can see me whispering in there. Some guys are asking me how I'm doing against Marginus, and I'm like, fuck you, I need to mash my buttons, so leave me alone. Yeah. Other than that, really, you can see it's not that hard. I think anyone, it's just a gear check, I presume. Uh, but I I'm looking over it again. I can see that I got pretty low hit points, but I'm not really sure I had to even use a defensive cooldown. Maybe land hands just for the sake of it, but I'm sure Ardent Defender would have done just as well. So yeah, there was really nothing challenging about this boss. I'm not really sure why he was put last on the list. I mean, yeah, maybe. Now, apparently he won't die, which doesn't make even the tiniest bit of sense. I mean, I just reduced his hit point to 0, and then he heals back to full HP, and then a cutscene plays, whatever, blah 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 blah. Now, I hate how I look as a human, whatever. Now, yeah, I also got the achievement needy here, which is quite surprising. Whatever. Yeah, this was it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not really sure what there is to enjoy in me just whacking the ass of some bosses. But see you guys soon.